Hello everyone, this is Joe the Orange, and today I'm going to be playing Barbarian Cavalry with Arminius as the commander. Now this is one of those games where everything just falls in my lap. It just falls right there. So basically I'm hanging around mid to see where the enemy is going. I see a massive amount of enemies heading up on the left hand flank. It looks like they might be fucked up there, so I start heading that way. I'm not too worried about going through the middle, my units are very fast. With that momentum and just being Barbarian Cav in general. Not only that, I do have Infiltrate. Who knows, it could work. It could work. I could sneak up here, get some rear charges in without them even knowing what's going on. That was until I saw these undefended catapults. If you're solo queuing, never go 3 range or this, in my opinion, never go 3 range or 3 catapults, because this shit can happen. Bring 1 melee infantry to protect yourself, or you can just get wrecked like that. He's out of the game, he hasn't done shit. And then I look to my left, there's archers right there for the taking. It's just a dream come true for cavalry. Unfortunately my charge is down, and the barbarian charge is a long waiting period. That's the one problem I do have with these guys. Some Alexander Cav is right on my arsehole, so I'm just getting out of here. I tried to sneak past there thinking I could use my speed. Unfortunately, I had a bit of, I don't know, lag or pathfinding issues. They didn't really go where I wanted, but luckily the Alexander Cav also didn't charge me, or I would have been dead. Now back onto what I was saying about the barbarian charge. It is very powerful, but the cooldown is a long time, and I didn't know this until this game. After this game I was like, man, those archers survived for a long time for versing Cav. I looked up the stats, and their offensive stats are pretty damn low. The one thing that did surprise me is that their morale damage is much lower than everyone else's, which is just odd to me why that would be the case. They do make up for that in the speed department though. They can get across the map very quickly and into these scenarios like this one very quickly when they see the opportunity arise. The horse kick ability is also very powerful, and I've heard that the tier 6 Barbarian Cav can do one hell of a charge. Since the archers are pretty much dead at this stage, it's all about killing that little cavalry unit, and this is the bit that surprised me and made me think I'm going to look up these stats. It was the archer bit and this bit. So I come around here, I'm thinking I'll get that flank in and he will rout, surely he's surrounded by Cav. Which I find works very well on Alexander Cav and Scipio Cav. In this case, the morale doesn't even budge, he doesn't give a shit, look at this. Just nothing happens, his morale's just still up there. So I click on him thinking, oh, he's a Nove. Nah, he's not a Nove. So this is one of those other units I'm just going to have to fucking figure out how to play them, because, man, the Barbarian faction has been a bit of a letdown, I gotta admit, so far to me. And maybe it's because my playstyle is more suited to the Greeks and Romans. But man, some of this shit, I'm just like, I am disappointed in these motherfuckers. So I'm going in now, the sling is undefended again, it's just everywhere undefended. It's bloody a dream come true, but if I was playing another cavalry unit, I could have done the same thing without taking so many losses. Then again, I might not have the speed to get around into these situations where I can just wipe out range before their melee can even react. So it's all a learning experience, I guess. I keep trying to use these guys like I would the Greek and Roman faction. It doesn't work out too well. It has its moments, but I just feel like my playstyle fits the Greeks and Romans much better. But I will be staying with the Barbarians until at least the end of the month. I want to get a hang of these guys so I can show you guys some good bloody Barbarian gameplay. And you may be wondering, where the flip is the Miltiades videos? Where are they, man? I mean, what the hell, man? Well, once open beta hits, I will be playing them a lot. Or him, should I say, a lot. It's my favourite commander, I am saving it until we go into open beta. And as far as releasing an Alexander video, I'm really waiting until they release the changes to Cav, because at the moment when I play Alexander, I just blob up and charge, it wrecks people. So I am waiting until they fix the blob mechanic in the game, because if I release that video now, it's most likely going to change in a few weeks anyway, so there's not much point. Now if you go back a few seconds, you will see how I tried to surround that Roman infantry and get him to rout. It did not work because the Barbarians' morale damage is very low, and they don't have abilities like Warcry or the damage of the Alexander Cav at this tier. One thing I do wish is that they just had all the maps available at every tier. That's how it should be. Because some maps favour Barbarians a lot more, but they are only available at the higher tiers, and that might put new players off. They're playing these Barbarians and they're like, they're not that great, there's not that much terrain to use to your advantage. But once you hit tier 7 to tier 10, you start getting these maps that are much more favourable to the Barbarian playstyle. But you have to farm all that way. That's tier 1 to tier 7. So hopefully before the end of the month I will reach some of those maps and I can show you how great these guys can be. Unfortunately, because of NDA, I can't really show you footage of how great they can be. Because NDA can go suck a dick. Now back to the game, I do have my infiltrate up and I have momentum. I'm thinking, here comes a big ass charge, so I'm chasing these war dogs down. And I'm gotta come up their rear, hopefully doing some big damage. And it won't take too long to get there, especially with momentum ticking, and I'll find that ability is up pretty much 24/7. Unfortunately, the charge ability is not up 24/7. So maybe you're meant to use the Barbarian Cav as more of a help your allies all across the map with that speed than be a Scipio and just charge in and fucking wreck people. There's my big charge. It does fuck all. And maybe it's because I blobbed up. I thought it was Alexander for a second. I do try to space myself out, hopefully getting some rear damage. Just without Warcry, it's just not happening. And yeah, basically from here I just play him fucking wrong, I guess. But lessons learnt, lessons learnt. I've got to use that speed more to my advantage. I've got to retreat, come back, retreat, come back. Because I get that feeling once your charge is down, there's not much you can do. So it's better off that you retreat into the forest, probably. Find out another good position you can attack where your team has the advantage and you just go support them. And you might be able to maximize your XP by spotting a lot with these units since they are so quick. Spot for your catapults, spot for your archers, defend them a little bit. But at the moment we all know it's about the KDs, bro, it's about the KDs. My kills, your deaths, motherfucker! Wish they will be changing, hopefully next patch. We'll just have to wait and see. Until next time, enjoy your gaming.
Never burns, and my love for it burns, but I don't mind because it's hers, it's my girl's pussy.